Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I'm sure you've seen, Wet n Wild just released a new collection, which is their Fire Dragon versus Ice Dragon collection. And of course, I had to buy some of it. So I went on Wet n Wild's website the day that it released, and I was this close to buying the PR box that they put together because I was like, hey, that's the perfect way to do it. You get kind of a mixture of highlighters, bronzers, eyeshadow palettes, and everything. But then I realized it didn't come with the two adorable brushes that I really wanted, so I was gonna have to buy that separate. And as I looked closer at it, it literally was just part of the collection. It was, I think, 2 of the bronzers, 2 of the highlighters, and I think you got either 2 or 4 liquid lipsticks, but it just focused on the fire and the ice side. But they actually also released a couple of other pieces that were still dragon themed. So I decided just to pick and choose the products that I would actually use again and want to try out. I might go back and purchase another one of the highlighters or bronzers depending on how these work out, but I picked the pieces that I knew I was going to enjoy, so I figured it would be fun to show you guys because I think a lot of the videos out there are from people who did get the PR box or bought the PR box, and so you're getting either the reds or the blues. So let me show you what I got. So they came out with a bronzer brush, which is kind of the fire theme, and a highlighter brush, which is the ice theme. So that's the detailing on the handle. It looks like a little dragon scale. This is the highlighter brush. Same handle design, you just get blue and silver instead, and then it's obviously a smaller brush. I'm curious to see how this will work for highlighter. I do like smaller brushes like this, but I like a little bit more of a fluffiness to it, so I'm gonna give it a try. So the Eyeshadow Quad is definitely where I kind of branched off from what you're going to see if you watch videos for people that got the PR boxes. So this is the quad called Dragon Scales, and it's green, and I just thought it was so beautiful. So yeah, you've got a beautiful brown tone up here, brow bone color. This is supposed to be on your like outer portion of the eye, and then this color is supposed to be all over the lid. So that is what I'm going to use today. It might clash a little bit with the highlighter I picked, but everything else is going to go nicely. So the liquid catsuits are $4.99. The bronzers and highlights are $4.99 each. And these little quads are $2.99. The most expensive thing I purchased was the brushes. These I think were $6 a piece. So amazing price. I kind of wish that they would have had like an entire collection box. I really probably would have bought that. The PR box that you can buy is $39, but like I said, you're only going to get the fire side and the ice side, and you kind of get like one of each. Like I think you get some loose pigments with that as well. So if you want to pick and choose, it's still a great deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into putting these on the face. I've contoured a little bit, but I didn't put on any bronzer so that I could put this on, and we will use the bronzer brush. Let me zoom you in and we'll just get started. Okay, so the bronzer I got is You're Dragging Me Down. Dragon. I've never used a Wet n Wild bronzer before, so let's try it out. So I definitely felt like the color was a little lighter than I was expecting. I kind of felt like I had to go dig back in a couple of times, but when I look at it like on the viewfinder, it looks fine. I was afraid it might be a little too like orange for me, but it's actually not. So I like it so far. I think I'll still go back and get the cool toned one, and then I can use it for contour. So I do really like this brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use it to apply some blush. I'm just gonna use this Milani Baked Blush. This is Luminoso. All right, should we go ahead and put the highlighter on? I know it's gonna totally clash once I get this eye look on, but let's just put it on. I do love Wet n Wild highlighters. The highlighter I purchased is Winter Falls in LA. This is the one that's got a little bit more of a icy white blue shift. All right, so it's definitely a really pretty highlighter. I do think it's a little bit more on the glittery side. I mean, not too much, but you can definitely see it on the skin, but I still think it's pretty. That's the reason I picked it up, because I thought it was really beautiful and I wanted to try it. So I like that. I definitely think I am gonna go pick up the one that's got the more like pinky shift to it. So let me bring you in just a little bit closer and we'll do a quick eye look. So of course, the beauty of the Wet n Wild palettes is they tell you exactly where to put your shadows. They even give you a little diagram on the back for an optional look that you can do if you wanna do something with like the darker corner. I guess I probably will do that. That was actually a really beautiful matte. I'm really impressed by how well that blended. I'm just gonna go into the eyelid shade with my finger and just put that all over. So I'm gonna take just a touch of this shade and blend it right into the crease. And then I'm gonna go back into the transition shade and go over the top. That way it just kind of like marries together. And I'm going to take this kind of dense fluffy brush into the crease shade and kind of pat it on to really make it intense on this outer portion, and then blend it a little into the crease. Bring it a little bit closer to the lash line. And back in with that transition shade just to really blend it. I'm gonna dip into the brow bone color and just a touch up the brow bone. And then I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner. I'm gonna take an angled brush into the crease shade, which was the green one. I'm gonna spray this, I think. And I'm really focusing that on the outer portion. Just about halfway, and then I'll use this shade, the eyelid shade, for the inner portion so that it's a little lighter. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wet this little brush and go back into the eyelid shade and just see what happens when I put that over the top. You just get a bit more of that golden sheen. I think that's the better way to go, personally. All right, let me just put on some liner, lashes, all that fun stuff, and I'll be right back so we can finish off with the lips. All right, so let's finish off the video with the lip products. I'll go ahead and swatch them both. Okay, so this is what Flames of Glory looks like on the lips. Obviously it's supposed to be a lip topper, so it'd probably be really gorgeous on top of a dark lipstick, but you kind of get the gist of what kind of color it is. I'll show it to you up close. Okay, let's see what it does to like a darker nude. This is Verona from Ofra. And let's top it with Flames of Glory. It's interesting. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, I can see it. I feel like it looks different in the mirror than it does on the viewfinder, so I don't know how it's gonna come across on screen. I feel like it lightened the shade. I'm getting like a subtle pink shimmer. It's subtle, it's pretty. I do like the way it looks, actually. It doesn't look too chunky or glittery, which was one of the complaints I had with some of the Urban Decay toppers, was they were very glittery. This is just a gorgeous shimmer. So let me show it to you up close. All right, I'm gonna put on Queen's Blood for my final look. This is definitely going to be a gorgeous color for fall. I do feel like it was a little bit almost sheer and patchy at places. It's like it's a very thick formula and it doesn't really glide on opaque in all areas. I did have to do 2 coats to get this. This is Queen's Blood. I think I'm gonna put Flames of Glory over the top of this. It's definitely a pretty combination together, so I guess that would be the fun thing about using this one, is just trying it on top of different lip products you already own and seeing what new color is created. So I think this is a pretty combination. All right guys, so that's everything for this video. I think Wet n Wild has really amped up their game. I haven't bought some of the previous collections just because they didn't appeal to me or certain colors didn't appeal to me. You guys know I have a soft spot for things like dragons, so I had to pick this up. I definitely am going to be going online and ordering more items. It looked like a lot of stuff was still in stock if you're interested, so I would definitely say check it out online. You're probably better off just buying it there than trying to find the pieces that you want in the store. I'm really impressed with the eyeshadow palette just because that thing is $2.99. And then of course the highlighter and bronzer were amazing. I think my favorite is this brush. I really liked that brush between the two. And I think the lip products are hit and miss. I mean, I don't know that I would spend the money on them. I went ahead and bought them and I do like the fact that I can wear them, but if I'd already known how it was going to apply, I probably would have held off. I think the topper is fun if you use those types of items, but as far as the actual lip product goes, I was just a little disappointed that I had to layer it up so much, so I don't know how the other ones are going to perform. But yes, other than that, I think this collection is super fun, definitely amazing for the price. I definitely recommend it, especially the powder products if you're gonna pick anything up. So hope you guys enjoyed this review and little try on demo. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.